Hey guys, Roblox here, and today I'm going to be explaining how I started playing Roblox. Well, it all started when I signed into my first ever Roblox account. Fluffy Dog. Pause. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I have to admit, but I did lie. Remember that one short when I said that Fluffy Dog was my first ever Roblox account? Well, that actually isn't true. Let me explain. Well, it all started when I was talking to my friend at school. Hold up, that doesn't look right. There we go. Yes, I was pretty young. Now I can't say what the exact age I was for privacy reasons, but just gonna say, I didn't have many brain cells. Anyway, so I was talking to my friend at school, and then he suddenly says,
Yo boy, have you heard of Roblox before?
and then I say,
No, what's that?
pause, I lied again. I actually knew what Roblox was like a few years before this moment. You know, I used to watch FGTV, even like Flamingo and stuff, if you remember them playing Roblox. And I always dreamed of playing Roblox. Anyway, so he says,
Bro, you should get it. It's a really fun game.
so you might be wondering, why didn't I just install Roblox when I was watching FGTV and Flamingo a few years ago? Well, one reason, I was scared of asking my mum. That's right, I was afraid she was going to say no when I asked to install Roblox. But now, I'm happy because I have an excuse, because my friend wants me to play it. Anyway, I walk into my mum's room ready to ask.
Mom, can I get Roblox?
Sure, let's get you signed in.
Wait, so you're saying I could have installed Roblox earlier?
So she installs Roblox on her phone and tries to make me an account. But now is the hardest thing of all, thinking of the name. So we think, and we think, and we think, and we think. Until my mum comes up with the most iconic and Sigma name ever. Fluffy Dog. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, isn't your name Fluffy Dog? Exactly. My first ever account was actually Fluffy Dog. This is what Fluffy Dog's account looks like, and in a minute I'll explain why I changed my account to Fluffy Dog. Anyway, so I get on my mom's phone and hop on Roblox, ready to play some games. Who the hell is that?
Mom, wake up! Stranger danger, wake up!
Okay, so I got on my mom's phone, hopped on Roblox. Okay bro, how the hell did you get in my bed? Okay, so I got on my mom's phone, hopped on Roblox, and started looking for some games. There was so many games, but I was scrolling through all of them, until one caught my eye. One that FGTV had played before. Adopt Me. Nah, I'm just joking. It was Piggy. Yep, it's official. Piggy was my first ever Roblox game I ever played. And it's also official that Chapter 3, Gallery in Piggy was my first ever Piggy chapter. And I remember, when I first got it, trying out all the chapters. And from this moment on, I loved Roblox ever since. Now, after a lot of chapters being played by myself in Piggy, my cousins actually showed up to my house to have a play. And they saw me playing Roblox, they were shocked.
Bro, how'd you download Roblox? Mom made an account for me.
And just like that, my cousins made their accounts, and we joined Piggy to play together. Now, after a few rounds of Piggy, it started to get a bit boring, so we decided to try out another game. And that next game we tried out was Adopt Me. Now, before you start booing me, this wasn't the Adopt Me you know today. This Adopt Me was the really fun, non-scam, just chill sort of game. Because just remember, this was in like 2020, so it was at Adopt Me's peak. And the only reason we ended up pressing on it was for one reason. The Scooby-Doo update. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. For those who didn't play the Scooby-Doo update and Adopt Me, it was pretty much a celebration for the new movie Scoob that was coming out. And they Adopt Me and Scoob did a collab, and you drive the mystery machine around, and you had to try and find Scooby-Doo's collars, and then you'd be able to have Scooby-Doo as a pet. back for 2 weeks until he left. The only problem was I didn't have any damn brain cells, so I couldn't get Scooby-Doo as a pet. Anyway, so we joined Adopt Me, and all I can remember doing is exploring Adoption Island and crossing this exact bridge right here. Oh, and also playing hide and seek around the map. And of course getting pets. Anyway, now I'll explain why I turned from Floshy Dog to Floppy Dog. Well, after playing Roblox on my mom's phone, I decided that I wanted to play it on my iPad. But because of the low amount of brain cells I had at the time, I forgot my freaking username and password. So there little me was, trying to guess my username the best I could. Until I took my final guess. Flowy Dog. But even if I did guess it right, it wouldn't have mattered because I pressed create account because of the amount of brain cells I had at the time. So there he is. That's why my name is Floppy Dog. But wait, can we just acknowledge how good these avatars are? You know, for the amount of brain cells I had at the